Hi, I'm Dr. Yuval Bibi. I'm a board-certified dermatologist, and here's a shocking fact. You work for the skincare industrial complex. Not only are you working for the skincare industrial complex, but you actually are paying for the privilege to work for them. But whoa, wait a second. You're saying to yourself, I am sure, wait a second. How am I working for the skincare industrial complex? For skincare companies, how am I doing that? I'm paying money to buy their products. I'm using their products, which are clearly beneficial to me. How am I paying to work for them? They're working for me, right? Not quite. Most skincare products you're using on your skin, on your body, anywhere are actually unnecessary, meaning they are useless. And for those of you who are asking, well, how many of them are useless? I'd say, well, 99.999% of them are useless, and there is not much that we can do with them. Let's take a look at a few categories. The category of detergents, for instance. These include the soaps, the cleansers, the shower gels, the body washes, shampoos, and anything that is supposed to cleanse the skin chemically. All of these products are essentially products that strip away the upper layers of hair, nails, and skin from the surface of the skin and do away with them under the guise of doing something of benefit, stripping away horrible stuff like dirt, like bacteria, oils, gunk, pus, dead skin cells, what have you. All these products are doing the very same thing to varying degrees. The gentle products are doing pretty much what the old school products, the OGs, do, only they're doing it maybe less effectively. But they're abrading the skin barrier just the same, and that's what detergents do. Now, many of you are operating under the assumption that detergents are actually giving you some form of benefit. And under very clear and distinct circumstances, they may actually confer some benefit. Specifically, washing of the hands with soap, and I do mean regular soap, not antibacterial soap, with lukewarm water may prevent the spread of infection in the right context, meaning you're actually working in the medical field, or you're working in the food industry, or you're caring for a sick friend or relative. In those cases, washing of the hands will prevent the spread of certain types of infections, and it's actually the right thing to do. When you come in contact with those surfaces, with those people who are carrying disease that could be spread to other people, then hand washing actually plays a role. Another role for soaps or detergents is to get rid of body odor. Now, in our society, we live in a very polite society where body odor is frowned upon, and I get it. If you want to get rid of body odor, you may use soaps or detergents under the skin folds where body odor is produced. This is not a body-wide phenomenon, but washing under the skin folds, meaning the armpits, the groin, the butt crack, maybe under the breasts in certain people, will help mitigate the problem of body odor. However, head-to-toe approach, washing with detergents to get rid of body odor from head to toe, is completely unnecessary and a complete overkill, which will not handle body odor, as the scalp, face, arms, hands, legs, and feet do not normally make body odor. But I'm sure many of you are asking, but I'm getting some sort of health benefit from using all these products on the skin, right? The skin needs to be cleaned, right? I mean, there is stuff on the skin to clean, right? You just mentioned the dead skin cells, the dirt, the bacteria, the gunk, the pus, all that debris on the skin, all that yucky stuff on the skin that's surely harmful, that needs to be stripped away and cleaned, no? Well, the short answer is no, it does not. And in fact, most of these ingredients that I mentioned are divided into two categories. Either the made-up category, meaning most of the skin does not contain gunk or pus or dirt or what have you. These are just made-up nonsensical terms. But bacteria, which are part of the microbiome for the most part, need to be left alone on the skin and do not need any extra pressure. Dead skin cells are actually part of the skin barrier, and they shed on their own, in their own free time and for free, without any need for help from you or the skincare industry. The oils that everybody vilifies as far as the face is concerned in other body parts are actually an integral part of the skin barrier and help maintain the integrity of the skin barrier and protect your skin from external factors that can irritate it. It can set it off into an inflammatory state, making it irritated and unbearably itchy, burning, and suffering from other phenomena. So the overall conclusion is that no, most of the skincare ingredients that detergents are supposed to clean off the skin are actually essential to the skin barrier, and washing them off indiscriminately, arbitrarily, and quite heavy-handedly is actually harmful to the skin, especially when there is no clear benefit to getting rid of those ingredients completely out of context and not at all related to preventing the spread of infection or addressing body odor for that matter. Another interesting fact is that lukewarm water, even cold water on its own, will wash off ingredients of the skin barrier that are just ready to come off and be shed off the skin. Now, water, by the way, in itself is actually an undermining factor to transepidermal water loss, meaning it can actually increase water loss through the epidermis. But water in itself is tolerable and bearable to most people. It creates the least amount of harm to skin as opposed to detergents and other cleansers. And water in itself can actually be a very decent cleaning agent. It will get rid of anything that's ready to wash off very gently, and that alone can handle most of your cleansing needs without suffering from excessive body odor, without suffering from any side effects that are inherent to undermining the skin barrier. So most of these products are actually unnecessary, and not only are detergents unnecessary for the most part, but they actually inflict severe damage on the skin barrier. And in those people who have compromised skin barrier or sensitive skin, detergents may actually tip you over the edge and send you off into a state of irritation or inflammation, making your skin irritated, inflamed, and unbearable. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that using detergents actually has a second role besides putting you through some experiential theater of cleaning and taking care of your hygiene. It actually strips away ingredients of the skin barrier, and in many people that creates the need for a second category of products, which are the moisturizers. That's what I call the fireman arson of the skincare industrial complex, meaning you're actually buying products in good faith thinking you're getting a health benefit, using these products to the max, undermining your own skin barrier, washing off those precious ingredients, and then you set yourself up for a need for a second category of products that are made likely by the same companies who sell you the first category of products, which are the moisturizers, to swoop in for the rescue and take care of that abraded sensitive skin, that beaten sensitive skin, and put it back in working order. Now that sounds like a pretty good racket to me. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section. So the first step of working for the skincare industrial complex is actually buying a boatload of detergents and using them on your skin without asking any questions, while undermining the integrity of your own skin barrier and creating a need for a second category of products to swoop in for the rescue. Now let's take a look at the category of moisturizers. When it comes to moisturizers, most of them are not awesome. Most moisturizers that people use on their skin are products that are subpar in the value that they deliver. These are the lotions, the creams, mostly water-based products that contain an unconscionable amount of inactive ingredients, which are really ingredients that work for the manufacturer, because nobody would put an ingredient in a skincare product that doesn't do anything. These ingredients clearly do something, only they do not support the declared value or purpose of the product, meaning in a moisturizer, inactive ingredients do not add any moisturizing value. Now, what are moisturizers? That's a very misunderstood category of products, but the bottom line about moisturizers is that they are a category of products. They're supposed to help the skin restore and protect a semblance of the skin barrier. They can do it by occluding the skin, meaning creating an oily layer over the skin that will help it replenish the skin barrier under that protection. Some moisturizers provide humectants, which is drawing water to the surface of the skin. These are usually pretty whimsy, but they do help in the short run to increase water content on the surface of the skin and maybe increase the skin's plumpness and softness. Both occlusives and humectants can create an emollient effect, which is to soften or condition the skin. Now, most moisturizers that are available out there, as I mentioned, are not awesome moisturizers, meaning they consist of an unconscionable number of inactive ingredients. They do not produce a very long-term effect, meaning they are made up of water, which evaporates very quickly. The ingredients that are dissolved in water or incorporated in the water dissipate pretty quickly, and that creates for a short-lived effect. And with all these ingredients laying on the skin, you're actually creating, first of all, penetration into the skin of all those ingredients whose downstream effects are often misunderstood or not clearly understood. And those ingredients create a very short-lived effect as far as actual protection or support for the skin barrier. Now, what are those inactive ingredients are doing in the skincare products? Well, first, let's remember, who's paying for those inactive ingredients? You are paying for those inactive ingredients. You're paying for them at a premium even though they don't work for you. What are those inactive ingredients doing in skincare products? Well, water-based products are a hotbed for bacterial or microbial growth, so they require preservatives to keep the products intact and prolong their shelf life. Then there are emulsifiers, which are supposed to actually keep the product or bring the product together, give you that nice creamy texture to the product, but in fact can actually disrupt the lipid-water interface in the skin that maintains the skin barrier, so that could be a doozy. And then there are fragrance ingredients that create that nice scent for you to use and entice you to apply the product to your skin. Many of those ingredients can create irritation or allergic responses or reactions in the skin, and their effects on the microbiome is unclear for many of them. Not to mention that preservatives, which are antimicrobial, are applied to the skin barrier and may affect the microbiome. In fact, we know that a lot of them do. A third category of ingredients are the dyes or the colorants. Those are supposed to give the products a nice color that will draw you in and just have you ready to use those products and love using them. But colorants, as well as the other ingredient categories, again, not working for you, working for the manufacturer to entice you, to draw you in to use those products on your skin. Again, those ingredients have unknown effects on the skin environment and on the microbiome. We know for the most part that they're not directly irritating for most people because that's tested. But there are a lot of unknown effect categories that are just not researched or investigated, and we would not even know how to begin investigating them. But those ingredients may very well affect many elements of skin biology about which we're completely in the dark. So using all of those inactive ingredients is not without a price. Only in many cases, we're not sure what the price really is. If you are getting irritated by a skincare product, clearly you know what the price is because this product is irritating your skin. But those of you who are just using skincare products on your skin cavalierly and without giving it a second thought, you may be in for surprises as far as just developing other effects that you're not even tying or relating to the skincare products that you're using. So buyer beware. So moisturizers apparently are a second category of products that are making you work for the skincare industry using plenty of inactive ingredients that are going to fortify that habit of you loving that product and using it again and again and again without really knowing what kind of benefit you're getting in applying all these inactive ingredients to your skin without clearly having an understanding of what it is that they do for your skin. So you're paying for the detergent to create a problem with your skin barrier, and then you're using a quasi solution to make up for the problem that you've created without really realizing that this is not much of a solution, but really sort of an experiential theater where you're creating the damage in the first place, not really realizing that you don't need to create that damage, following up by a rescue attempt that is not really a rescue attempt. It's more of a pretense about solving the problem where in fact you're just stuck on this hamster wheel of creating the need for moisturizers and replenishing with subpar moisturizers. Well, how do you stop working for the skincare industry? Well, the first step is to realize that most of what you're doing is nonsense. Don't fall for traps. Don't fall for the pretty words or the pretty images. Don't just go for broke and use a million skincare products on your skin. Realize this, your skin can be cleansed with lukewarm water, minimal application of soap to the skin folds, and washing of the hands when needed if you're in the right context, if you have a need to prevent specifically the spread of infection. Be very gentle with the skin. Do not use cleansers and soaps and detergents from head to toe. Use it only when needed. Use lukewarm water. Don't go hot because you are creating additional abrasion to your skin and further damaging the skin barrier. Then when you dry up your skin, use a towel to pat your skin dry. Do not rub your skin dry, as this may create an additional physical abrasive factor on your skin and further abrade the skin barrier. Then when it comes to moisturization, moisturization is not an automatic practice. Not everybody needs to moisturize. If your skin is dry, somehow undermined and sensitive, those are cues for you to moisturize. Watch my video about when should you moisturize at the link above. Now, moisturization should be done with a great moisturizer. So there are very few great moisturizers out there. Those are usually occlusive moisturizers, meaning they are greasy and thick and oily. And those moisturizers provide a very sturdy, oily layer to the surface of the skin, protecting the skin and the skin barrier, and allowing the skin to replenish the skin barrier under that protective shield. One product is petroleum jelly, and I've spoken about that product plenty. And then there's Butter Oasis Moisturizing Balm, our newest shea butter, cocoa butter, and argan oil moisturizing balm made with only 3 vegan, edible, organic ingredients that can come in place of petroleum jelly as a head-to-toe moisturizer for all your moisturization needs. But notice how there are only 3 ingredients here, all working for you 100%, no inactive ingredients. That's the game, and that's where you need to be headed with your skincare products anywhere and everywhere on the body. So be mindful of your skin needs to moisturize. Don't moisturize automatically or perfunctorily. Moisturize only when needed. Don't do things that your skin does not need just to do them for the sake of theater or the sake of the experience or because somebody told you it's good for you. Know the rules of the game and play the game per your skin's needs, not to satisfy some skincare corporation that doesn't give 2 wits about you. For more information about how you are practically enslaved by the skincare industrial complex and how to break away from that entanglement, pick up my book, Sick Skin, Skincare Made Simple, on Amazon.com, now available in audio. So there you have it. You work for the skincare industrial complex. You abrade your skin with detergents you don't need for the most part, and then you make up for those detergents, for the damage that you've created with those detergents by using subpar moisturizers, which may create more trouble than benefit. You can break that vicious cycle by understanding the needs of your skin and using a very bare minimum cadre of products that will support your skin only when needed and only when required by the skin. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the tips and points raised in this video. I'd love to see how you're turning the corner and breaking free from being enslaved by the skincare industry and developing your own understanding of what your skin needs and how to best care for it. Thanks for watching. God bless.